of armor of the same quality was also worn. It's all blood red. At first glance, it looked like a general who had killed his way out of a mountain of corpses. Seeing Mu Yunlan, Ma Tianlin drank in a deep voice. Mu Yunlan, you definitely can't be blamed for my elder brother's death. Today, I will avenge my brother's death. Before the words fell, a cloud of blood mist erupted from his body, and both himself and the blood-treading spirit cult below him released the aura of 4th stage 2nd degree spiritual energy. But in reality, this guy was only at the 9th level of the 3rd rank. This was to open the Ma clan's blood-burning secret art as soon as he came up, causing his own cultivation to skyrocket in a short period of time. Mak Yunlan was a bit baffled. She didn't even know who Ma Tianlin's older brother was, so how did an enemy pop up? The exact reason didn't matter. Looking at the guy that came galloping in mid-air, Mu Yunlan skimmed his lips and said to the little monkey, "Little 6 ears, hurry up and get him down. Where did the madman come from?" Saying so, but without letting go of the little monkey, it was obvious that she thought that such an opponent did not need the little monkey to go straight down yet. Before her words fell, she saw the galloping man and horse fall steeply toward the ground. Thanks for the support. End of chapter 39. Chapter 39. This stick shattered the teenager's heart against the odds, begging for a follow-up read. 39. Chapter 39. This stick shattered the teenager's heart against the odds, begging for a follow-up read. Chapter 39. This stick breaking the teenager's heart against the odds, request for follow-up reading. Lu Zheng didn't move anywhere at all, directly releasing the long-range skill combination attack. The combination of the 7-star Transcendent Mortal Spiritual Pet Herculean Bull's talent, Gravity Traction, plus the 6-star Transcendent Mortal Spiritual Pet Cloud Placing Crane's talent, 1000 Heavy Clouds. The Cloud Chi impact coupled with gravity guiding it. Ma Tianlin along with his blood-treading spirit cult were viciously smashed down to the ground, and before they hit the ground turned into a quagmire. It was precisely the effect of the 6-star Transcendent Spiritual Pet Black Zephyr Lizard's talent, trapping Earth into Zephyr. It ends with the Gathering Sand gift. The power of the Earth violently squeezed towards Ma Tianlin and the blood-treading spirit cult who were plunged into the ground, directly trapping both of them in the ground. Even a rocky ground spike was directly against Ma Tianlin's neck. In the next moment, he could be killed on the spot, but Lu Zheng didn't let the ground spikes go any further. Though due to his overly silky stances, those 8th and even 9th ranked Imperial Beast Masters didn't react. However, this was the exchange conference, and Lu Zheng did not want to invite trouble for himself and Mu Yunlan. He was thinking of going outside for some peaches, but he couldn't die here, and at the same time, he had also managed to obtain Ma Tianlin's heartbeat through the soul eavesdropping talent he had just obtained. His older brother went to the last 100 Treasure Mountain secret realm, and was one of the people from the Ma family that you killed. Lu Zheng transmitted his voice to Mu Yunlan. Mak Yunlan came to a realization, then gave Ma Tianlin a disdainful look. Although it is right to avenge the death of your elder brother, but after leaving the secret realm, life and death inside regardless. This is the rule. Don't get involved if you can't afford to play. Now you have to lift the table when you lose, and you don't have the ability to do it yet. Piece of. In this one, Mak Yunlan had undoubtedly won. After entering the waiting area and waiting for a quarter of an hour, all the battles ended and the top 16 were decided. The draw was redrawn, and for the second match, Mu Yunlan's opponent was Yen Jiro. Yen Jiro was only a year older than Mu Yunlan, and her spirit power cultivation was only at the 2nd level of the 4th rank, which wasn't extremely high. She had already crossed paths with Mak Yunlan. When he came on, he chose to concede directly. Yunlan, make sure you get the Quatermass. It's not particularly humiliating for me to lose to the kaiju, Yen Jiro said smilingly. Mak Yunlan also responded with a smile, but it was just a play on words. Yen Jiro is no slouch. Of their generation, not many of them went out of Yunzhou. Among them was Yen Jiro, and later she also had a notable reputation in the outside world. Continuing the break, the final 8 are decided. At this moment, every one of the 8 people still remaining had a spiritual power level of at least the 2nd level of the 4th rank. However, the remaining 6 were all a year older than Mu Yunlan and Feng Jiuxiao. It's clear which 2 are better talent-wise. Final 4 scramble. Mu Yunlan's opponent was Feng Chaoyang. The leader of the previous competition was none other than Windstorm City's Feng Chaoshang, Feng Chaoyang's older brother. Feng Chaoyang was equivalent to a weakened version of Feng Chaoshang, with a talent of only 9 stars at the Starburst level and a spirit pet of only 8 stars of transcendent quality. Although it was at the same rank as when Wind Pilgrimage Sage entered the competition, both of them were at the 1st level of the 4th rank, but it doesn't have the capital to cross the line in challenge. He was considered a genius, but none of the people standing here were mediocre. Clouds from the dragon, wind from the tiger. The Wind family's inherited spirit pet was none other than the divine Wind White Tiger. A huge white tiger that was more than 8 meters tall landed on the Wind, and by its side was Feng Chaoyang, who was wearing armor and holding a battle sword. As a direct descendant of a great family, there was no shortage of spirit weapons. The rating is not high, but it's enough for now. Come and fight. Ma Yunlan shook her head at his passionate look and tossed the little monkey upwards. Go on, little six ears. Give him a stick to clear his head. Though she was quite displeased with this action as if she was throwing a weapon. I can obviously teleport there myself. You're throwing me off like that. It's making me lose face. Roar. With a rather furious roar in his heart, his figure grew against the wind, reaching a height of 30 meters in the blink of an eye. It wasn't that it couldn't get bigger, but Lu Zhang felt it was enough. Gathering sand into towers, rocky pillars of heaven, hold with both hands. Thunder flash. Gravitational traction increases the bludgeoning, and a stick falls. In Feng Chaoyang's eyes, it was a mountain-like monkey holding a heavenly pillar that suddenly appeared. Under the lock of the powerful aura, there was no way to avoid it. The divine Wind White Tiger roared, and the talent, Divine Wind, was unleashed as a strong wind rolled angrily, hardening onto that heavenly pillar. At the same time, the white tiger raised its huge claws upwards with the gale. Looking at the stance, it was as if he was going to use the gust of wind to go against the trend and tear that terrifying dark gold monkey apart. But unfortunately, he didn't have the strength to swim against the current. The rocky heavenly pillar fell, and the fierce wind did not let it pause for a moment. The white tiger's huge claws were broken apart the moment it made contact with the heavenly pillar, and immediately afterward, its entire body was heavily knocked down to the ground. Stop, I concede. This stick shattered Wind Sunrise's heart against the odds. Even though the white tiger of the divine wind still had other natural abilities that he had not used, if he did not admit defeat again, this stick would completely hit the white tiger, and it could almost directly beat it to death with a stick. This power was too terrifying. A 5th-rank transcendent spirit pet that excelled in strength wouldn't necessarily have this kind of huge power. No wonder the rumor had it that this monkey had sent a 9th-ranked Imperial Beast Master and a 9th-ranked spirit pet flying with a single blow. In the face of such power, any thoughts of turning the tide against the wind were gone. Everyone else can lift the table. You don't get to eat if you just turn the plate over. Everyone in the viewing gallery cheered. The monkey's power made them feel very excited. Only Mu Nanshan's face was horribly gloomy, and within another battleground not far away, the golden scale Zhao also won in a crushing manner. Wang Yang on the main seat commented with a smirk. Such a heavenly pride. His strength is truly terrifying. Both divine favors are in the Mu clan. Clan Master Mu. The Mu clan looks like it's going to rise strongly to become the #1 city in the 6 northern cities. Wang Yang was actually just about 10 years older than Mu Nanshan. However, as a royal beast king who possessed a beast king level divine pet, his generation was directly to the generation of Mu Nanshan's father, Mu Yuan. Whatever he said, Mu Nanshan didn't dare to speak out in rebuttal. All that could be done was to smile and nod with a black face. There is an unwritten rule in Yinzhou: the king does not leave the city. Imperial beast kings, within their respective city's sphere of influence, could not easily leave. To do otherwise would be considered a provocation to other powers. Even though the exchange competition caused geniuses to converge on Purple Sun City, the various families had only sent their 9th-ranked Beast Spirit Realm Imperial Beast Masters to come. As the only royal beast king in the city, Wang Yang alone could slaughter everyone here. What anger Mu Nanshan had could only be endured. He knew that Wang Yang's words were cynical, yet he needed to give a smile. When he looked at Mu Yunlan, his eyes were filled with a fierce aura. The final 4 are born, and the draw is made again. Semi-final match 1, Spirit Market City. Feng Jiuxiu versus Heavenly Cloud City. Mu Yunlan. After the host announced the results of the draw, everyone focused their eyes in the middle of this one venue, and the other duel was barely noticed. Everyone knows that this one, in fact, is the title fight. A battle between two great divine pets, the golden scale Jiao of the 8th level of the 4th rank, versus the 6-eared macaque of the 6th level of the 4th rank. The 5-clawed golden dragon that the golden scale Jiao had changed into made almost all of the royal beast master's spirit pets feel a great pressure, while the shock from the 6-eared macaque stick also made the crowd feel fear in their hearts. Is the golden dragon stronger, or is the monkey's stick more powerful? All, wait and see. End of chapter 40. Chapter 40, Hexagram returning to the sun ignites the golden dragon. Lava fire armor becomes the 6 ears. Requesting for follow-up reading. 40. Chapter 40, Hexagram returning to the sun ignites the golden dragon. Lava fire armor becomes the 6 ears. Requesting for follow-up reading. Chapter 40, Hexagram returning to Yang burning golden dragon. Lava Fire Armor becomes 6 ears. Requesting for follow-up reading, both sides enter. The golden scaled Jiao beside Feng Jiuxiao couldn't wait to finish transforming into a dragon. A 5-clawed golden dragon about 27 meters long soared into the sky. A dragon's roar accompanied by a mental fluctuation was transmitted into Lu Zhang's mind. Stinking monkey, I'm going to knock you out today. Lu Zhang spoke back directly through the bridge of sharing. Little loach, I'll beat you into the dirt with a stick. The onlookers didn't know that the 2 spirit pets had already started cursing. Feng Jiuxiao gazed at Mu Yunlan. She could sense that this life's Mu Yunlan was far more powerful than the previous life's Mu Yunlan of the same period. At first, she thought it was just a result of the change of heart that was the 6-eared macaque, but more and more, something was wrong. Like right now, under the gaze of her Emperor Realm Powerhouse's spiritual condensation, Mu Yunlan surprisingly didn't look like he had fallen into a disadvantage in the slightest. All along, even if that little monkey had shown a divine pet level of talent, Feng Jiuxiao didn't even feel that the final result would be beyond his expectations. After all, she was a former Emperor Realm Powerhouse. Even if that monkey had sent the 9th-ranked Mu Nanshan flying with a single blow, she had no qualms about succeeding on her own. This is the arrogance of a once legendary empress. But right now, the aura that Mu Yunlan displayed unexpectedly gave her a feeling of being unable to feel her way through. It shouldn't be. In an instant, she made a decision and changed her strategy of trying to hide her undercard in the beginning. 6 flags emitting golden light flew steeply into midair. In the center was the 5-clawed golden dragon. As a spiritual power fluctuation surfaced, the formation was unleashed. Abruptly, a strong light fell from the direction of the sun and struck into the body of the 5-clawed golden dragon. Anon, the 5-clawed golden dragon's body, growing against the wind, once again became larger, directly coming to a length of nearly 50 meters. Not only that, its body was burning with flames. Seeing this scene, Mu Yunlan was immediately startled in his heart. Not good. This is the hexagram returning sun formation. I didn't expect her to have gotten her hands on a set of formation flags at the level of a king's grade spiritual treasure at this time. Little 6 ears, watch out. With the addition of this formation, the golden scale Jiao's spirit power cultivation has skyrocketed once again, having reached the 7th level, and it even has a weakened sun true flame to protect its body. An anxiety that hadn't been there since she was reborn finally appeared in Mu Yunlan's tone. Obviously, the appearance of this thing was really out of her expectation. No wonder Feng Jiuxiao, this guy is full of confidence. It turns out to be a long time ago with the bottom of the box backhand. Even if the grade 9 exalted grade spiritual treasure Ruby Golden Body Lamp was seized by Mu Yunlan, with this set of king grade formation flags and Emperor Realm formation, it would be enough to overturn the situation. So what if you beat up a 9th ranked Imperial Beast Master? At this moment, the 5-clawed golden dragon was able to spar with a 9th rank spirit beast for 3 moves. Lu Zhang had already completed his transformation when Feng Jiuxiao opened the formation, transforming into a 36-meter tall giant ape. For her part, Mak Yunlan took out the Ruby Golden Body Lamp at the first opportunity to increase it. His height soared to 40 meters, and the rocky heavenly pillar in his hand was wrapped in a layer of golden light. The 2 giant beasts, both of which were flashing with golden light, made it impossible for those of low rank to look directly at them. Powerful aura fluctuations opened up, and many high-ranked Imperial Beast Masters revealed shocked expressions. It was not as if there were no heavenly prides in the past exchange conferences, such as the one that Wang Yang had participated in which he had won the first place by overpowering the crowd. But at that time, his divine favorites did not display such a strong aura. It was only the 4th rank, yet it had the fluctuations of the 7th rank and the pressure of the 9th rank. However, at this point everyone can feel it. That 6-eared macaque's aura was clearly a step weaker than the 5-pawed golden dragon. Lu Zhang had already reacted when he saw the sunlight shining on the 5-clawed golden dragon. Not waiting for Mu Yunlan to say those words,